Afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, and that means it is time for more City of Heroes. Last week we began the Incarnate content, going forth into Dark Astoria and starting the path to learn the mysteries of the Knives of Vengeance, and the newly empowered Banished Pantheon. We also managed to purchase that damage endurance enhancement that we bid on in the auction house, so that will give us a little set bonus and a little bit of a boost. Especially if we can grab some enhancement catalysts as we go. Once we pick up a mission, I'll see what difficulty we were on. Seemed okay to pick it up just a little bit. Like, from what I remember, we can start ticking things up again. Now we head to speak with Moverocken. Guns and Roses, the woman known as Heather Townshend, has done what I had hoped. I have hopes that you and I can be civil and work together despite your status as a hero and my status as well, Arachnos. The problem of Dark Astoria is one that concerns Lord Recluse greatly. He sent Shiroko, Ice Mistral, and myself to deal with it. Shiroko believes that Lord Recluse wishes to somehow utilize the power of Mott to his own end, perhaps due to his link with the power of Tartarus. However, Recluse is not here personally, so we shall use our own judgment regarding Mott. An Act of Mercy, Part 1, The Suited Man. I'm sure that you are aware of Mott seems to be feeding off the deaths of those in this world, particularly those who die in a violent manner. This fact means that time is against us on this matter. Every minute a person dies, and every minute Mott grows stronger. I believe the beast has previously only gained a small portion of power when someone died in a violent manner, but now that it is fully awakened, it can absorb violent deaths wherever they seem to happen. This god of death also seems to have the ability to twist a person's thoughts and destroy their hope. I assume that you've seen it just as we have. We lost a small squadron of Arachnos operatives when we first came here because of that. I believe it's safe to assume that this absorption by Mott gives him more and more power than the simple death of a person. This leaves us with an intricate problem, Guns and Roses. These Knives of Vengeance seem bent on delivering some form of bloody justice to those they believe have done something wrong, while luring those who have a tie to Dark Astoria or itself to the city, and these knives seem to believe that those people must be killed and made to pay, which is only empowering Mott faster than we can combat him. We need to stop the Knives of Vengeance. Yes, stopping the Knives of Vengeance should be our main priority. We also need to get more information on how to combat Mott and the possible connection these knives have with it. Our main concern should be on how to stop it from altering our minds and absorbing us, as so many have been before. Shiroko and Ice Mistral departed to raid one of So's main storehouses for information. The group has refused to work together with us, and so we must rely on force. I know you're aware of this. They've been in Dark Astoria for years fighting the forces of the Banished Pantheon. I request that you depart to aid Shiroko and Ice Mistral. They fear that the So have become stronger than we could have possibly anticipated. Alright, so we're beating up on more So. Oh. Right here. Sound of battle rings through the air. You can see the sounds of the Banished Pantheon in the halls. They are also trying to destroy any information the So have. Well now. We've walked ourselves into the middle of a three-way fight. Alright. Oh, I was gonna increase the difficulty. Shoot. 3 players, team size. Well, the next one will get boosted. Everyone's upgraded. Oh crap. High sorcerer. Oh, they managed to actually... No. No, no, you stay CC. I don't want you to go around healing everything. Oh. Oh, we have 2 sorcerers. Jeez. Alright, well, this fight's kind of going sideways. Oh, something managed to light the oil slick. I don't know what. I don't think I did. Did I free Shiroko already? Alright. Put Tracy here. Stealth off because I have buddies following us around. Now we have Shiroko's sidekick with us. Her name is Ice Mistral. She is some sort of ice character. I think she's supposed to be a corruptor, but I don't entirely pay attention to power sets that people are supposed to have in classes on red side always. Now we have the emo boy himself. Oh. Now Mr. Shiroko man's gonna light the oil slick almost all the time for us, because he is supposed to be a dominator, but he has electrical powers. Honestly, Shiroko's kind of a weird fit in Arachnos in general. He technically commands the Mu Lightning guys, but his initial power set's kind of just like sword and windy powers. And we have our inspirations filled. I actually kinda need to take a moment off stream and modify what inspirations drop for me. Alright, go for it. Ooh, catalyst, nice. That'll be really useful. There we go, thanks, Windy Boy. Very aggro another group yesterday, I think. Alright, let's use this catalyst. Alrighty. Now we've enhanced the set bonus power because the purple versions of these actually have stronger set bonuses. The orange version 6.5 or 6.25 recharge. This is 10%. So it's a pretty potent debuff or potent buff once you start getting them purpled out. Oh, I hear a glowy. Oh, there's a bookshelf. I suppose I could read clues out, huh? We'll do that after this combat. Kind of sure that Shiroko and Ice Mistral would pull these guys anyway, just from me being close. Come on. Use your ball lightning. Did that on purpose. Suck. The God Killer Sword. You are in the Sow warehouse looking for more clues regarding the Knives of Artemis and Mott, but instead you found information on a fabled God Killer Sword. According to the information the Sow have, the sword is incredibly difficult to forge, requiring items from all over the world that might not even exist. However, when forged, it can specifically absorb the power of any weakened godlike entity. It seems this may be the Sow's way of dealing with Mott. If you could ever find a way to forge it, if they could ever find a way to forge it. It would take years, however, to forge such a weapon, and such work would have to have begun 5 or 6 years ago if it would be any use today. Darkest Story in the Mind. You found a book written by Hua Tove entitled Darkest Story in the Mind. You read over a few pages to see that it covers the effect Darkest Story has on one's sanity. Hua Tove details the sleeper beneath the story that the sleeper beneath the story tries to twist a person's very memories, making them focus on the negative aspects of every experience instead of the positive. You have loved ones, Mott will make you forget the good times with them and instead remember the horrible times, for example. Watov believes that Mott is able to devour those who have lost their hope through this method. Note says it's possible that Mott may be able to devour people without this method once it has become fully powered. Note in the book saying that the best way to combat this is to carry reminders on your person of all times about your loved ones or happy memories. At the end of this book, Watov mentions that someone once fought Mott before, a man named David Hazen, back in the 1800s. The details about this fight are scattered and unreliable. Now we have to find the Banished Pantheon Ravager assaulting the safe house. Hornet Thread. And there's the Ravager. The big Anani. So, these are the bosses of the Mott faction. Well, those are little spawn babies, but those things are big and angry and fierce. Oh, nope, nope. Shrink, shrink, shrink. Of course, we do have our own allies with us, so may not be as Kuroko. Yeah, with an archvillain on our side, things are a little easier than they would be. You defeated a monstrous Ravager of Mountain so safe house. You saw several images flash in your mind. A man in a suit surrounded by knives of Artemis and dark tunnels. You see that the entrance to these dark tunnels are in Dark Astoria. A harsh voice assaults your mind at the end of the image, the same voice heard when you were attacked with Sigil. Guns and bows, I grow stronger every moment. By the moment, you have no hope against the nature of death. You're not too sure what to make of it, but it seems that this man is somehow important in the fight against Dark Astoria. It's a weak lead, but if you can find him, he can perhaps illuminate exactly what he knows about what's going on. Now we have to look for a man in a suit. Save the pseudomen from the Knives of Vengeance, so. Yep. That should tick up the difficulty, since I activated it when we went in the last mission. It should take effect now that we moved on to a new one. Ooh. Really, like, super useful. Build up some enhancement. You're able to find the tunnels as you're able to find the tunnel you saw after defeating the Ravager. You can hear the cries of civilians in the distance. It seems that knives have kidnapped some other civilians and brought them in here. 4 civilians rescue optional, rescue the pseudomen, 3 heads of the Knives of Vengeance to defeat. This is a big one. Oh, we can turn stealth back on. This, Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I did not want that. I do not want to be outside defensive mode if these things decide to turn around and start stabbing me. Alright. This room is big and kinda mazy. Oh, I got some inspirations. Beat the team buff. You stop knocking down all my pets. Well, that was an ill-timed flamethrower shot. Alright. other mobs ran, yeah. And eliminate her. Really need to play with my enhancement or my inspiration settings. Oh, stunned. And held. You were, like, facing the wrong way, Axel. No, 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 no. Stay right there. This thing we need is... Whoop. Hi. Alright. Did the full circle. Death. That's not boss, is it? Nah, I kind of care if a non-boss runs away. Stupid Knives of Vengeance are like super cowardly. Run off at like the slightest bit of HP loss. Another civilian. True. Tormented civilian. I don't know what's wrong with this. There's zombies running around. There's zombies everywhere. That's what's wrong with this place. There's an angry, dark god in the graveyard. What more do you need to know? What's Axel doing? Oh. I don't know what he's doing. There's still the bosses here. Well, let's CC her. She's in the minus resistance area, so that's super useful. No. Yep. Tracy had to bleed. Alright. Well, there goes one of the... I think that was one of the Knives of Vengeance heads that we had to cut off. Thought all the civilians were in this first room. Oh well. Could be very wrong there. Actually, my seems fine. Oh. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Civilians are in the first two rooms. That kinda hurt. Leave Adler alone. Told you to leave Adler alone. Now, Axel dying, that's fine. Oops. I guess we're gonna have to chase her down. Oh, here's the last civilian. Oh, hey. You did the thing, Axel. Good job. Assassin just like runs right out of it. Oh, yeah, there's this other boss. Yeah, she's not gonna last too long. What are we doing for our incarnate, 30? Need to tell you, folks. You might have to do the bad thing. Bad thing with the threads and the money, but just might have to do it to get that interface locked on a lot sooner. That'll make life like super easy. Need to get the suited man and last head of the Knives of Vengeance. Now we're in the sewers. Really creepy tentacle monster sewers. Oh, here. Oh, Tracy. Die, Tracy. You're not supposed to soak the alpha, Tracy. That's for me or Axel to do. For some reason, my actual character's low sound effects are mute or really low. Nothing else is though. Oops. Oh, there's the other boss, huh? Ran into her before I ran into Suited Boy. Oh, what? No. Stop. Alright. Axel. Just have you eat a million enhancements. Or eat a million things. Gotcha. Oh well, we didn't aggro everybody, I don't think. There's another one. Oh! I thought you were dead. Boom. Oh! Where did you come from? No. Ow. Where is he? He just kind of got himself shanked. That way. Oh, let's head this way. We're almost to our first veteran level, which should give us a whole bunch of resources to use incarnate-wise. Well, I'll save the EMP field for when oh, well, there's a boss right there, so might as well use the EMP field right here. Run away. Or she just, yep, you already decided to come back. Come back here. This is City of Heroes. Do I have... I should have that set in the title down there, down on the bottom. But it is a superhero MMO from the olden days of long ago. I don't think that my thing properly updated. This is so not the time to be looking at Twitch. Ah, okay. I thought that... Twitch didn't update yield title when I updated it. Well, I thought that this bloody thing had been updated. Well, I apologize for that. Stupid, silly websites. Anyways, to answer the question properly, this is a superhero-based MMO from long ago. Like, it came out in the relative time that Warcraft, or the Warcraft MMO launched, so it's pretty ancient. But it's very golden aged theme for the most part. Oh, hi Sigulus. How are you doing? Oh, lost my medic. Alright. Now that I fixed the stupid stream thing, where am I at? But, as Seagull said, it's a MMO. We're playing single player, largely because it's a little easier to keep track of things, and explain the storylines and what's going on and whatnot. And the game's solved to the point where if you're on a good team, you're just gonna mow through everything, so... But we are in the Darkest Storia storyline. It's a kind of Cthulhu-ish plot where an ancient god of death awakens and you have to put it back to sleep. Not that we're that far into it where we have all the answers as to what's going on. Oops. The sound. That's the lightest. The class I'm playing is called a Mastermind. It is a pet primary. You have this one's mercenaries. You can choose different specs for this. Mercenaries, robots, undead, demons, ninjas, dogs. Then you pair that with a buffing or debuff oriented secondary. So this is Trick Arrow. Think of Oliver Queen, or not quite Hawkeye in the MCU. He has some shades of it, but he's more of just a marksman. This is more akin to using arrows of special effects. I have arrows that put people in blocks of ice. Arrows that entangle people in nets. Flashbang arrows that blind people. Acid arrows that reduces enemies' defense. And a sonic arrow that will make them take more damage. So, I weaken enemies, and my mercenaries shoot them until they fall over. Lots of pew-pews. Here is Merc. But as you can see, like, these sewers have giant evil tentacle growths in them. Oh, Adler, no. No. No, Adler, don't die. Oh, too bad. Too late. Adler's gone. But I can bring him back. And I hope this mission actually gets us our first veteran level. Because I would most certainly enjoy, Oh. Then... found the clue, the man named Max. You rescued the suited man who seemed surprised to see you showed up. Name's Max. Yeah, I was in Astoria trying to see if what I heard was true when I was rounded up by these gals. Horrible stuff, really. They made us watch as they slaughtered a super group of heroes. Those guys didn't stand a chance. There were about 10 of them, and they couldn't have been more than 4 security levels. Security levels are the levels in the game. They actually give lore to you gaining levels by granting, as you go up in levels, you gain greater security access. They try to explain a lot in lore. Some of it is things that don't quite need explained, like when new classes get new power sets, and some of it's kind of cool, like security levels. Anyways, you're looking to put a stop to the monsters in this, right? I can give you a hand, sure, but I need time to gather all of my data. It's only going to be against the Knives of Vengeance, though. If you're after Mott, I'd suggest looking for information about a guy named David Hazen. This guy supposedly fought Mott back in the 1800s. A contact of mine was supposed to drop off documents regarding Hazen in the old Astoria bank. We're not going anywhere near there, not in this condition. My contact already made the drop-off. Get to the bank and you'll find what you're looking for. I did not get my veteran level. Overrocken hasn't given me his phone number, so we actually have to go and talk to him. Guns and Bozes. Shiroko and Ice Mistral told me that you had gone to look into this suited man. We received word that he made safely to one of the portals out of Astoria. The woman known as Heathertown said she saw a rough-looking man escorting the suited men to safety. I've gone over the information that you and Shiroko recovered from the cell. It makes sense to me. The information regarding a person's mind being warped in this place, I am somewhat concerned regarding Shiroko, if I may be blunt. Since Mott manipulates minds and feeds on doubt and hope, Shiroko is technically a prime target for him, because Shiroko's backstory is that he was a hero he was a good person who stole the cloak of the Four Winds, which empowers him with wind, weather, desert magic. However, since he stole it from the genie who was supposed to grant it to the next person to take the mantle of Shiroko, he was cursed that he would never be able to do good with it. So, he's a person who's not in a situation he likes. He wishes to be a good guy, but is forever cursed to be evil. Anyways, Shiroko has a sordid past, as you may be aware. If Mud is looking to gain more power, then Shiroko would be prime target to sway towards hopelessness. Shiroko is, for a lack of better word, showing his weaknesses these days. Ice Mistral can detect it, but I am unsure why she has not acted upon it. However, I am a trusted companion of Shiroko, and I will do my best to aid him. Act of Mercy, Part 2, Foundations. A man named Max said that someone once fought Mott in the 1800s. That is quite odd. It is the first time I heard of someone fighting darkness in Astoria was in 1953 when the Freedom Phalanx reclaimed Dark Astoria for the first time when the darkness overcame it. They all believed that it was the first and last time it would happen, but after the darkness came again, no one was able to stop it. I wonder, though, the Circle of Thorns were here in Astoria even before this darkness engulfed it. He kind of gets distracted. We have to remind him that there's a bank we have to go Rob. Yes, the bank. Here's the location. I should warn you, Guns and Bozes. If the Knives of Vengeance attack Max, it is possible that they also attack the man who is meeting him here. I am unsure why they would choose such a place to meet, but that is not our concern at the moment. I'm going to continue monitoring Shiroko. Ice Mistral has contacted me saying that he has begun to act distant, saying that he has given up trying to teach her his various lessons about how to properly use her powers. I believe the city of Astoria and Mod are beginning to destroy Shiroko's mind, but we will deal with that. Alright, first things first, bank. Then we deal with the emo boy. And yes, the fact that Shiroko is stuck being a villain when he wants to be a good guy is why everyone calls him emo boy. You found the body of the man Max. You found the body of the man Max was supposed to meet up at the door, and there was a note indicating that the information was placed in a safe within the bank. So you have to go into the bank itself and rob it. And of course, there's Knives of Vengeance here. And might as well just blow everything. You managed to light the oil slick, but don't think you did. Nope. Oh. I think my medic died. No. Has to be a soldier. Oh, hi, Executioner. Throw a knife at me. You guys, like, leave my pets alone. I hear the glowy. Oh! Oh! Have my cell phone? Yes, I do. Well, I did not expect them to just come straight for me like that. Thought I'd have a moment. That's okay. Oh no, not tentacles. Voice unfamiliar. Oh. So, anyways, the evil voice that's been speaking to me through the story so far, which obviously Mott, and pulls me into some sort of horrible pocket dimension. And another voice that I'm unfamiliar with speaks, saying that I can, that they can get me out. I just need to destroy all of Mott's minions here. Like always, solve all of our problems through violence. We face down more of the Ravengers. So we will most definitely get that veteran level before this mission's done. But yes, part of the Banished Pantheon. Oh, there's the filers. Part of the Banished Pantheon's theme is that they feed on emotions. So you have mages of desire, sorrow, and the like, and oh. Enough of this. They call for spirits of those same sort of vices. And for some reason, the spirits, the emotion of this sorrow is represented by a freaking radiation user. I don't know why that is. Yep, the psychic one being an avatar desire, that kind of makes sense to me. I think there's ones of death that are dark based, and then one that's ice based. Forget which one that is. That could just be their normal shamans. I have no idea, Lightning Death. Just find it really weird and horrible because radiation is one of the more potent sets. Oh, there's pain. I think they're fire. Like I said, Banished Pantheon are pretty cool. They have a whole bunch of different member bosses that do different things. I always like the enemy groups that were like that. Oh, there we go. Level up. That's helpful. I was wrong. Paint's not fire. Kind of just like generic energy. What the heck was that? Oh. And you can actually get... Actually, entire panel. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking. There's a badge for killing those tiki masks from this enemy group. In lower levels, those are actually the bosses that you'll encounter. That thing used to be really difficult to get before they revamped the Dark Astoria zone. There's like a very specific mission that a whole bunch of them showed up in. And that's about the only way you could get that achievement easily. Alright, I've had enough of this. Of course they immediately run out of the stupid oil slick as I'm casting it. Alright, so we got that veteran level. That gave us a whole bunch of goodies, I think. Oh no, just a bunch of threads? Yes, just a whole bunch of threads. So we will be able to use those threads that we got from leveling up, create our first incarnate power. Analysis. Now we will put this musculature boost into our alpha slot, and that will increase all of the damage of all of our powers by 33%, and part of this bonus ignores the diminishing returns on enhancements. So pretty useful. Of course, that won't be nearly as useful in terms of quality of life as this stupid reactive one that we'll unlock later. We're gonna craft that right now. Charged meditation techniques. King cantrip. And yeah, you can actually craft the things before you can unlock them, so going straight to dimensional pocket. I don't think I can uncommons. Nope. We need an uncommon recipe. Or an uncommon drop for that one. Which costs 66 thread to make. Ow. That looks like it hurt. And as you can see, musculature boost. And that's on all the pets too. Well, I think I have to resummon them for that to work, don't I? Well, we'll take a moment here. I'm about to die. Oh, that's certainly weird. I thought the alpha slot powers actually showed up on pets. See, here's me screwing around and dying. Maybe it'll show up on its own. I also could be thinking of the interface one too. I was wrong. Apparently the emotion of the frost element, the ice water, whatever you want to call it, element for this group is storms. Actually, I think we gotta save Oil Slick Arrow for the next group. Glad I saved it. Oh, come on. Don't die, Tracy. Ow, that kind of hurt. Y'all, like, not hit my face with lightning bolts? That'd be fine. Okay, Ravager is down. That's super helpful, legitimately. No, there are frost ones. Huh. Alright, one more group to break free. $1. Yep. Oh, come on. There we go. So, going through all that, we got the dossier on David Henson. Found within a safe of a dossier on within the safe, a dossier on David Henson. Though there is a large amount of information on men, the creator of the dossier notes that the investigation is still ongoing. Due to the fact that officials in the early days of Astoria did their best to remove most of the information about the man. He supposedly was the first man to discover and fight against the darkness in Astoria along with a group of friends. It is known that he died within an insane asylum but kept a journal. He wrote the journal until the final day of his life when he was found dead in his cell, the cause of death unknown. The writer of the dossier was able to recover a ripped page from Hazan's journal. I see it in my dreams. It called itself the Sentinel, the Will of Mott. We first saw it deep beneath Astoria after we went past the seals. It was monstrous and huge. It killed Marvin. We ran away, and it told us we would never survive. In my dreams, my nightmares, I see the face of the Sentinel judging me, waiting for me to slip so that it might take my body, my soul. Might take my body and my soul from Mott. Before he died, Marvin said that the Sentinel shell was powered by the souls of the dead. If we could somehow hurt it, would also hurt Mott's power if the fools would just list. The journal ends here. Are you alright, Guns and Roses? I was unable to reach your signature for a while. Some unknown man helped you escape, you say? A third player within this place. Interesting. It's too bad that the informant Max spoke of was unable to find more regarding this David Hazan. However, what he did find was somewhat coincidental, almost to the point of a fault. You see, Guns and Roses, we have officially lost all contact with Shiroko. He told Ice Mistral that it was over and it was time for him to face the Sentinel. An act of mercy, finale, moving the immovable. Ice Mistral had no idea Shiroko was talking. Had no idea that what Shiroko was talking about with this Sentinel nonsense. However, if we would go off what was said in Hazan's journal, it would appear that this is a major force behind Mott's power. Guns and Roses, if we could strike against the Sentinel, it would deal a major blow to Mott's power. Then if things fall into place, Max will deliver information on how we can cripple the Knives of Artemis. The two combined could be a major victory for us. Shiroko will be able to lead us right to the Sentinel. Mistral tracked him down to an old cavern system nearby, but she was driven away by a pack of monsters from the banished Pantheon. All you need to do is get there and take down the Sentinel. What about Shiroko? Look, Guns and Roses. Shiroko made his choice. Yes, I understand. Mott will become slightly more powerful if he takes Shiroko, but we will easily shift that when the Sentinel is defeated. Shiroko recruited me into Arachnos guns and bozos. The Shiroko into that cave now is a far cry from the one that found me. He became a weak-willed from the realization that he is in a place he does not like. If Shiroko were a truly powerful man, he would make the decision to continue to fight his fate, but he is not. You're free to save him, though, as I certainly do not have the power to stop you. Just bear in mind, the Sentinel is most likely an extremely powerful foe. If you have any allies who would brave a story, and now would be the time to call them. Yep, boss fight time. 1,000. Close am I to... Closer. Alright. It's time to take a little bit of a side path and do something stupid. Now, I advise anybody watching this to not do this. This is not the most effective way to spend your influence or threads. Alrighty. Judgment Lord. Now we have reactive interface. Yeah, I spent a whole bunch of money in threads to do that. Don't do that. It's terrible. However, if we can get a uncommon an uncommon recipe drop, we'll be able to get fire damage on all of our attacks, and that'll make Oil Slick Arrow that much better. I'm going to take a quick break before we do this final mission, though. Alrighty. Let's go face down this stupid Sentinel. 60, I have 12. Ugh. Good bit of ways. Oh. Let's dismiss all of these so I can resummon them, and hopefully it'll apply all the incarnate powers. Well, in the very least. Well, in the very least. All my powers do, all of my pets do more damage, and everything they do has a chance to, add minus resistance. Did I close that one? Yes, I did. I'll upgrade it. Alright, let's go. Really? There we go. You know, I could complain about ice patches and knocking down all my minions repeatedly. However, a little hypocritical of me, seeing as I do the exact same thing. Oh. Hello. Stupid slows. Now they speak of a woman who has Mott's attention. There's a new player in the game that Mott's older servants are jealous of. Darn it. Oh, there's a big Ravager. Oh, good. Thank you. Having the oil slick arrow go off against the Ravager is actually really helpful. Ravengers are not nice enemies. Can actually summon them. Like, everything they do has minus cold and negative resistance, which is their major damage type. They are pretty hefty beings. Those Banisher, or those Ravager, the Ravager lore power is one of the few lore powers that directly competes for the Asimorians in pure damage. But I don't think we've met the Simorians on this character yet. Or a little side story that matters, but isn't really relevant to the leveling experience. Oops. Apparently not absorbing... Oh, the Circle of Thorns actually helped seal him before. So he's absorbing some of their mages. Oh, Ravager. Oh, he at least found the right path. Maybe these mobs were kind of split up. Oof. Bet you regret that lightning blast. I think this path. Yeah, this looks like. Or maybe it's this one. I hate these caves sometimes. Has to be room. Do I have to beat all the Ravengers? Oh. Oh, here we go. No. Let's go beat up this Ravager. See if that unlocks the thing. Sure. Oh. This group's gonna be lovely. Ah. I didn't remember that animation. Please die, Ravager. Alright, now maybe the event will trigger. No? Oh, there's another path over here. Whoops. Well, we bullied a poor Ravager for no reason. Oh yes. Burn. Oh, that affects the endurance bar. Bar with most fights I've not been running out of endurance. Oh, here we go. The Sentinel of Mott. Finally, we meet. In Mod Malak, you have committed many atrocities in your life. Family is ashamed of you, and your former comrades spit on your name. Your life is a tarnish upon the Malak name. Show true honor in your last moments and give up on your life. Spare your former loved ones the pain of your existence. Flashback to Ghost Widow and Shiroko leaving. Since your growing torment, since your plans with the Malice Monday have failed, what of it? The dead cannot change Shiroko. She's a ghost. But the living always have a chance. Why are you telling me this now? You must settle your past like we all have once and for all. The past is settled. My pale light in the darkness is the prison of the present and the future that I cannot escape. And Shiroko, of course, accepts Mott absorbing him, and Ice Mistral's like, you're a good guy, I'm evil. And, of course, Mott agrees. And Shiroko is, pretty angry about it. Okay, yeah. It's a little too much on my endurance bar. That will, of course, change as we get some set bonuses and enhance our endurance. You know, you probably shouldn't be there playing the bongos while your friends are getting shot. Alright. Oh, you can see the Sentinel Mott. Alrighty. Reset our pets. And of course Shiroko's already face first in the floor. Hey, buddy? You gonna get up? Really not nap time. Did you lose to this thing? I think you lost to this thing. You know, you have a magical artifact on your back that could be used. All I have is bullets and arrows. It's gonna be pretty embarrassing if I manage to win against this guy when you didn't. All I have is Daka and arrows. Not gonna help? Okay. I tried to save him the embarrassment, but he didn't want to help. Yeah, it's pretty rude of you to cheat and call for backup. Oh, I am CC. This could go bad. Let's reset things. Get everyone bunched up so that when I use my arrows, they all get the debuffs. Oh, and oil slicks up again. I'm kind of disappointed the Sentinel Mott didn't keep following. There, now that the ambush is taken care of. Come here. Everybody gather up. Shiroko looks badly injured from the fight against the Sentinel. He struggles to his hands and knees, coughing hard. She changed. Irina changed. She gave her life to save my own. Shiroko looks to you, punching the ground. There was nobility in her guns and poses. She wanted to hide it, but I knew the monks had chosen her for a reason. They saw the same thing that I did, but she never wanted to see it until... We have to save Irina, Guns and Poses. I know that to you, she and I are the enemy. However, Irina has shown me something important. You must understand. It is not too late to change, Guns and Poses. I always felt a prisoner to the present, to my circumstances. I had given up on Irina ever change it. I believe she too was a slave to her wild emotions despite my best efforts. But she showed me today that it isn't too late. You have to understand, Guns and Poses. If I died here, Ice Mistral stood to inherit my position as a patron. She would have gained more power than she ever had. But yet she chose to save me instead. I do not know if it is possible to save her, but I will not give up until I know one way or another. Then Shiroko decides to leave. And I'd like to note, I killed the giant monster and a whole bunch of ads with arrow and a bunch of mercenaries. He has a magic artifact. This is not fair. You suck, Shiroko. Let's see if I get an uncommon here. Yes, I got an uncommon. That is exactly what I wanted. What kind of uncommon did I need? Interface. Active. Dimensional pocket. Now, Oil Slick Arrow should never not get lighted. There's enough cones in all my pets and AoE effects that it should just automatically catch itself on fire at some point. There we go. See? Now my pet's attacks will light the oil slick on its own. This is really helpful. So this is where we're gonna stop. Oh, wait. Turn the mission in. Well, Shiroko has returned and he told me that he intends to stay here until Ice Mistral is recovered. An honorable gesture to be sure, but Lord Recluse will not care for the fact that Shiroko is going against orders. However, it is good that you were able to defeat the Sentinel, even if it did warp away as you described. This could be a moment of reprieve to strike against the Knives of Artemis. Kalinda the Fortuna has put out a detailed report showing that the Knives of Vengeance have wiped out an entire group of small-time villains within the Rogue Isles. All this will do is power mod, undoing your hard work. I shall be going back and forth from Dark Astoria for the moment to report on Shiroko's progress. The man knows Max wishes to speak to you now. He requests that you two talk purely on a communicator, that he would prefer not to get himself embroiled in this whole business within Dark Astoria. Next week we help Max, or, well, Max repays his debt to us for saving his butt. But for now, this is where we're going to stop. Thank you everybody who came by. If you missed any part of the stream and wish to catch the video on demand, it'll be up next Saturday on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, wish to catch things live, twitch.tv/RudyPlaneswalker, youtube.com/RudyPlaneswalker, you know, same name both places. So, I will see everybody Monday for more One Piece unless work needs me to come in on Monday again. So, have a good weekend, and everybody stay safe.